Yo, this is your boy Oda coming to you with part 40 of the crochet basics. Today we're going to go over how to read a crochet chart stitch key as well as a crochet diagram or pattern, if you want to call it that. But first, let's go over the key. Right here is a simple basic key of, just simple things that you will see in the diagram. You'll see your chains, slip stitches, single crochets, double crochets, treble crochets. This is just a basic key, but it can get a whole lot larger. This diagram right here is basically simple. It's just a ring formation of double crochets and chains, but it may look complicated, but you know what? It's not too bad. And I'm going to be working along with you on how to do this. So we're going to be starting in the middle, working our way up, and then going all the way around. And we're going to be using this stitch key as a guide. Okay, so to begin, we're going to be starting in the middle where it says start here. Right there, that's 4 chains and a slip stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, you're always going to be going counterclockwise in these diagrams. Just as a word of caution, some diagrams actually have you go in reverse as well, so they have you going clockwise. So keep that in mind. To begin, we're going to start with a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 going counterclockwise, okay? Now, that little black dot indicates that we need to do a slip stitch in the 1st and 4th chain to create a ring. And sorry about that, that's my cat that jumped up on my table. Okay, so we have our ring. This looks familiar, right? Very familiar. So we're going to be working into our little ring right here with all of our double crochets that we come along with. We finished up the chain 4 and the slip stitch. Now we're going to chain up 3, and that chain 3 is going to count as a double crochet, and I will explain that at the end because it's very easy to lose track of that. And the reason why this chain 3 is so important is because it's part of this cluster right at the end. Okay? It's at the cluster, you see there? Everything around the entire diagram has a cluster of 3. So to continue, we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. As you can see, we're working counterclockwise. Now we're at our double crochets, and we're going to be working inside of that ring with 3 double crochets inside of that ring. So 1, 2, and 3 inside of the ring. This may seem a little confusing, but it's very, very easy. It's very easy if you just follow along, but it gets complicated down the line. It does. But I have faith in you guys. So to continue, we're going to be chaining 2, and we're going to be working all the way around in counterclockwise motion. So we're going to chain 2 right there. 1, 2, and it's easy to keep track of your steps too. And then you see another cluster of 3 double crochets, and we're going to be working inside of that ring. 1, 2, and 3. Remember, doing 3. Okay, so yarn over it, go do your 3 double crochets inside the ring, and we're almost to the end. We're almost to the end. It's not too bad. I think we're doing well. And then you're going to do your chain 2, because that's 2 chains. 1, 2, and you'll get familiar with the symbols as they go along. 3 double crochets again inside that ring. We're working inside that ring. That ring is our focal point. 1, 2, and 3. And then we have 1, 2, 3, and then a chain 2. 1, 2, and now stop. Just stop. Remember that chain 3 in the beginning? That's going to count as our first double crochet. So keep that in mind. Okay? So we're going to do 2 more double crochets inside of the ring. Inside of that ring, 1 and 2. And then to close off the entire round, we're going to be doing a slip stitch into the 3rd chain from that first chain 3 that we did. Okay, so find that chain. Okay, and then going ahead and insert, and then lock it into place with a slip stitch. Okay, and then we have our circle, our small simple diagram. There you go. And there are so many books that give you information about stitches like bobbles, popcorns, everything. I tell you, sometimes I get confused, and it has abbreviations as well if you like written patterns that way. And eventually you're going to be working on things such as this or this. But you know what? As always, follow for more.